Hi everyone, I welcome you to the Valentine's Day edition of my guidance message. I am no longer calling them the weekly guidance message because this applies from February 14th to March 6th when Venus and Mars both are going to transit together from Capricorn into Aquarius. I will be telling you what this means in your mini horoscopes, and after that there would be three cards, two tarot and one oracle for each sign. I will draw the romance angel cards as a guidance from Doreen Virtue. Then I would be adding a major arcana card from the Art of Love tarot, and I would be adding a random tarot card message from the White Sage tarot. So this reading is going to be rather long. I invite you all to sit here because I will be covering the information for all 12 signs. And please bring your tea, your green tea, your coffee like I have mine here. So before I use the Tibetan singing bowl ritual that so many of you have appreciated from my last video and also requested for more of it, I will tell you the astrology between February 14th and March 6th. So basically on February 14th, Mercury, which recently turned direct, shifts into Aquarius. This is going to allow you to have some detached, objective discussions with people that you can't seem to get to be on the same page. So it's a good thing because this time the feathers won't be as ruffled and you both will be able to come from a neutral point of view and find a middle ground much faster and much easier, in a much easier way. So then on February 16th, we have Venus and Mars meeting together in Capricorn. I will be giving you your mini horoscopes. This is an especially auspicious period either for reconnecting with someone, for forgiving a past lover and moving on, or for entering into a new relationship, because we also have the full moon in Leo, which is the fiery, passionate, generous and love-based sign. You know, it's the sign that most deeply connects with the heart chakra. So this is going to be a very beautiful day for twin flames, soulmates, partners, couples, or people who want to have a solid foundation in their relationship, because the Venus-Mars conjunction is in Capricorn, which rules our structures, foundations, and longevity of any enterprise. Okay, so then on February 18th, we have the Sun moving into Pisces, which is the last sign of the zodiac. Therefore, this season would be for forgiveness, tying loose ends, and surrender. This is a great transit for water sign people like Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio, and also for people like mystics, healers, star seeds who want to improve the collective consciousness. This is a great time to assess where we are in our healing journeys, how far we've come. And it's also a great time for my musicians, my poets, my artists, my dancers, people who connect with the healing arts, people who connect with the creative arts. So overall, this is the season to use your imagination to get ahead in life. As opposed to your plans, as opposed to your money, this is the time for imagination. Finally, on February 26th and 27th, we have an intense stellium of planets. By stellium, I mean a group of 4 to 5 planets gathering in Capricorn. This is a heavy stellium, and you guys can DM me if you want further guidance on the Capricorn area of your birth charts. I can give you customized insights into what it means for each and every one of you. So, after the sip of my coffee, I will do the Tibetan singing bowl ritual to give the place a sound bath. This would be followed by your astrological horoscopes for the connection of Venus and Mars on February 16th. Along with the full moon in Leo, these horoscopes along with the cards are going to apply from the period of February 14th to March 6th. So when you listen to them, kindly keep this thing in mind. This is not a timeless reading. This is a time-bound reading. Okay, I will now give the place a sound bath. If this gives any one of you headaches, this must be some kind of, this normally points to some kind of chakra imbalance. Okay. So this has been a much longer ritual than my routine because I wanted to make sure that people who feel better after listening to this can get access to it for a longer duration. Okay, so now we are going to talk about the astrology. I again have made some notes for all of you. First, I will give you the general meaning of Venus and Mars connecting at 16 degrees Capricorn on 16th of February. I will give you the general meaning along with the meaning of full moon in Leo, and later on we would move into the sign by sign horoscopes between Aries and Pisces. So Venus and Mars will conjoin, that is meet on 16 degrees Capricorn on February 16th, and they will stay in close distance of each other till March 7th, when they both move into Aquarius. 6th or 7th, it basically depends on where you are in the world. This alignment will encourage you in separate areas of your life to look for long-term potential of your endeavors. What can or cannot last the test of time? What can or cannot survive the trials and tribulations of life? Capricorn's ruling planet, that is Saturn, is the planet of karma. Seeds that you have planted some time ago will now bear fruit. Saturn is currently transiting Aquarius, the sign of originality, authenticity, and individuality. So the question to ask yourself is, do your relationships, foundations, and structures allow you to be your own person, or do you have to compromise essential parts of yourself just to be in a commitment with your workplace, partnership, friendship, family, or any other association? On the same day, full moon in Leo is taking place, which makes this energy extra fiery, passionate, and playful. This is the time to let your inner child heal, let your inner child be playful, and to connect with people from an open heart space, from a space of forgiveness, acceptance, compassion, and generosity. Basically, this is time to overcome your fears when it comes to your most important relationships. Okay, so Aries, now we are going to start with your mini horoscope or mini scope. So with Venus and Mars connecting in your 10th house of career, some kind of appreciation or victory in your workplace is taking place, or with a figure of authority, which could be a boss or your parent. Your hard work, your drive, and your determination to succeed will not go unnoticed. Okay. Now we will move on to Taurus. Taurus, sparks might fly in a long distance romance, or you might embark on a journey or a vacation to an exciting destination. Contracts with foreigners or international organizations will also make progress. Others of you might reach the next level on your spiritual journey. Geminis. Geminis, you folks are up for the most exciting development in the physical and emotional intimacy of a relationship with a partner or any other significant other. There might also be a sense of achievement around taxes, inheritance, debts, property, or alimony, even receiving money for a foreign degree as a scholarship. So Cancerians, now we will talk about you. A key personal or professional relationship might go to the next level in case you are already partnered. If single, now is the time to put yourself out there for someone worthy of your love, attention. Or if we talk about workplace or a business partnership, then that organization has to be worthy of your skills and market value. In case of a maybe you're joining a new place and maybe you're going for interviews, they give you a job offer and you realize that they're not recognizing my worth, or maybe you might be surprised to know that they are recognizing your worth. So this period can be a game changer in both your personal and professional relationships. Now we will move to the sign of Leo itself. This is the time to either achieve a major milestone in your health goals, like a desired weight, or to embark on a fitness routine that will give you a much needed glow up. Those who have been facing a physical ailment might also find healing at last. Time to find a cute little pet as well. If some of you want to, you have some free time, or maybe you feel like you really need to pet pet an animal, so please go ahead for this. Now is the right time to do that. Virgos, this is your moment in the spotlight. Whether you are shining in a new creative endeavor or attracting admirers that are drawn to your magnetic charm, or celebrating a key milestone when it comes to children or a pregnancy. With so many people drawn to you, please make sure you are selective about who you choose to let in. Libra, you might be celebrating a family event or inviting a new member to your family. This might be the time when you can catch up with siblings and parents, especially your mother. People who feel like family can also be invited over for some happy times. For others, renovation in an existing home or move to a new home might be on the cards. Scorpios, a communication related project will be ready to take off. With Venus and Mars paired, a creative collaboration might be on the cards. You might be invited to an exciting event in your neighborhood or with your siblings. What you write, read, or speak will touch others or yourself on a very, very deep level. So be mindful of your words. Time to buy a new car, phone, or laptop. So that's an added message for my Scorpios. Sagittarius, a lucrative contract or client or any other unexpected source of income might fall in your lap out of nowhere. For others, either a person or a situation will boost your self-worth. You need to walk away from those who don't cherish what you have to offer. Capricorn, this is time for a physical makeover, my Cappies, in terms of a new wardrobe, a cosmetic surgery, a haircut, a hair transplant, or even new makeup, clothes, or shoes. This is the time to invest in your looks, and the compliments will start flowing in from left, right, and center. Aquarius, you are ending certain chapters of your life and starting something new. Your solitude and dream world may have important messages for you. Do not burn yourself out with commitments and deadlines. Make rest a priority. Pisces, time to hang out with friends. You might be attending a friend's wedding, graduation, or any other event of significance in a friend's life. If you are a humanitarian or love social networking, expect to be extra busy right now. Okay, so these were your mini scopes. We would now be moving on to your tarot and oracle cards. Again, we would start from Aries to Pisces. So hi my lovely Aries, I over the past few days I decided to charge my cards. The White Sage Tarot I have charged with the clear quartz for clarity and sort of raw insights. The Art of Love Tarot I have charged with the rose quartz to make sure that these readings inculcate self-love in you. And the Romance Angels I have charged with the rhodonite to make sure that there is that you get an extra boost for unconditional love and healing. Okay, so we're going to start from my Aries. First of all, I will draw your major arcana card. These are just 21 cards from the Art of Love deck, from the Art of Love tarot deck, and I will be just shuffling them at random and just choosing one card as your overall guiding message. Okay, so the card for my Aries folks is the Emperor, Father. So basically this card also shows your own energy. The Emperor, the zodiac sign associated with the Emperor card is Aries. So I think this message is going to carry extra meaning for you. Some of you might be taking charge of your own life and realizing that you will determine what you want in your life, who and what you want in your life. So maybe some of you are either walking away from a relationship, or if you are in a relationship, you are taking control of the situation and making sure that this relationship fulfills you in every way, shape and form. Some of you might be dealing with someone who is an Aries, a fellow Aries, or a father figure. Either that person is your own father, a boss, or if you are dating someone, then that person might already be a father of children. So now we are going to see which area of your which area in your life are you taking control in, how that applies to your relationships, and what is the guidance if some of you are dealing with a person who has this archetype. I will just draw one tarot card at random here. This is the White Sage Tarot deck. We have the Five of Pentacles. So some of you are probably feeling left out in the cold. Either there are monetary issues that you are facing, or someone has deserted you and left you out in the cold, or you are planning to leave someone out in the cold because you are realizing that either you can love yourself and take care of your needs, or you can be in a toxic, unhealthy relationship. So this is the time to walk away from anything that is not serving your highest good. Walk away from people and situations that are draining you and making you feel like you need to beg for their attention. So this is the time with the Emperor card. This is the time to stand in your power, take charge of your romantic life as well as your financial situation, and leave situations that are draining you mentally, emotionally, physically, or even spiritually. Okay. Now we are going to draw your Oracle card guidance from the Romance Angel deck by Doreen Virtue. Sorry, I have a little bit of flu right now, so I apologize since this is kind of interrupting with my reading. Okay. Codependency, addictions are affecting your love life. So maybe you are codependent on someone's attention, someone was codependent on you, or maybe this involves a father figure, as I clarified earlier, or maybe a boss or a parent or any other figure of authority. Maybe you have some kind of substance addiction that you need to overcome, or the person that you're dealing with has some kind of substance addiction. Anyway, with the three cards paired together, I think it's time you take control of your life. It's time that you walk away from unhealthy situations, and it's time to stand in your power, to own your power and not to give it away to anyone if you've already done that in the past. Okay. Good luck, my Aries. This was a tough reading, but I'm hoping that the weeks and months to follow, especially once the sun enters into your sign, will be a month of healing for you. Okay. So we are now going to move on to Taurus. So I'm first going to start with a major arcana card for my Taurus folks to see the overall energy between February 14th and March 7th or 6th. Okay, so their card is the Wheel of Fortune, Breakthrough. So this is a very good card in the sense that if you're undergoing some problems in your life, now is the time for a shift. Now is the time for universe to deliver on your good karma. Now is the time for completion of a cycle and the beginning of another cycle. And now is the time for fortune, luck, and chance to work in your favor. So the universe is on your side depending on your past actions. One sentence that really applies to this card is, "This too shall pass." So if you're in a negative cycle, that is about to change, and if you're in a positive cycle, please be very grateful, ward off any evil eye influences, and please keep working towards your goals. Don't get complacent. Okay, I am now going to draw your random tarot card to go with the Wheel of Fortune card. Okay, so one card for my Taurus folks between February 14th and March 7th. Okay, so your card is Seven of Wands. This is the time to defend whatever matters to you, to stand up and fight for what matters to you. Or if you're dealing with a negative influence in your life, then this is the time to block it off, you know. Basically, it's the time for visibility. It's the time to stand in your power. It's the time to either invite what you want more of in your life or to ward off what you don't want in your life. So you could be dealing with a fire sign like Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And this is the card for fixed signs like yourself, Scorpio, Leo, or Aquarius. So if you look at them together, maybe a cycle in your life is going to end by you standing in your power, or maybe universe is finally about to support you where you had been feeling guarded, where you were having to stand up and fight for yourself. It is your lucky break, and universe is about to pay you for your past actions. So I will now look at the romance angel guidance for your romantic love life. Very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So whatever this matter is, you must be at a crossroads right now, and if you choose whatever serves your highest good, the universe promises you abundance, the universe promises you good luck and fortune. So make sure that you are courageous, and because fortune favors the brave, make sure you voice your concerns and you stand up for what matters the most to you. And the time for decision is right around the corner. So maybe the full moon in Leo is going to be your decision making time, because I know that intensities really peak around full moon. So good luck, my Taurus folks. We would now be moving on to Gemini after a sip of my coffee. I hope you guys are also sipping something with this, because this reading is going to be a bit long. Okay. So one major arcana card for my Gemini folks between February 14th and March 7th. Wow, the card is the Empress or Mother. Some of you might be dealing with a Taurus or a Libra energy, or they have heavy Taurus or Libra placements in their charts. Since you're a Gemini, you might also have some Taurus placements, because it is the sign right before yours. This card is so beautiful. This is the card of showing you that you need to love yourself. You need to put yourself first. You need to take care of your needs first. And you are so abundant and so fertile right now. The universe is on your side, and it feels like you've done some heavy work on your self-love and healing, which has made you so abundant that admirers can't help but feel attracted to you. This could even involve your own mother, or you might be the mother of children, or who you're dealing with is a mother of children. Okay, so this card encourages you to love yourself first before you can start loving someone else, because it's not possible to love someone else unless you love yourself. And whatever situation you're concerned or worried about is full of potential. It's very abundant, and the universe is asking you to have faith as long as you can put in, as long as you feel like you're on your healing journey, and as long as you love yourself. Okay, so I will now shuffle the White Sage Tarot and draw cards for my Gemini. Just one card at random for my Gemini folks. Okay, that is such a cute energy. Okay, this is the Queen of Cups. Again, another feminine archetype in your reading. You could be dealing with a water sign like Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Again, the same card. If you are in an existing relationship, there's a lot of love. There's a lot of abundance in between you. There's a lot of compassion, nurturing. You name all the good feelings, and I'm sure you're feeling them for the other person already. If you are single, then this reminds you to love yourself first. This is a double reminder from the universe that you cannot end up in a healthy relationship. If you're struggling with relationships and if you're struggling with toxicity, then you cannot have a healthy relationship unless you learn to love yourself first. There are so many healing tools available now, and it just comes down to your determination to work on your issues, understand yourself before you even start dating or seeing other people. And for others of you, this could again involve a mother, or this could involve maybe a pregnancy. Some of you might be pregnant. This is a very good card for your pregnancy. The good news might be around the corner. It might even be coming on the full moon in Leo, which is the sign of children as well. So either way, if you are alone, this is if you are not in a relationship, if you're single, these are great cards to have. And if you are with someone, then the relationship is very nurturing, heart-based and compassionate. Let me now draw your advice from the Romance Angels. Wow, reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. So I think the message is quite clear. This person could be, the signs that I can see, I'm just going to tell you the signs. The signs that I can see are Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or a Taurus or Libra person. And I think this is great news because the retrogrades must have muddled your energy or must have created issues for you. So this is your time to sort of work on that partnership, to nurture it, and to see, if both people can have an effective reconciliation. And that, is not possible unless both people have changed and evolved and forgiven each other. So make sure that this thing has taken place before you decide to reconcile with the other person. Good luck, my Gemini folks. This is a great, great reading, especially if I consider that Valentine's Day is around the corner, Okay, now we're going to move to our Cancer folks. I'm just going to shuffle the Art of Love tarot deck and draw one major arcana card for my Cancerians. I think Gemini's, your astrological horoscope was also pretty good. So let me see what message we have for my Cancerians. So your major arcana card is the Path, Exploration. So this is the Chariot. In this deck, it's called the Path. And again, you have a crossroads. This denotes your own energy in tarot. You are denoted by the Chariot card. So this is basically the first message is that you are in your element. You are in your power. You want victory. You want success. Either you're rapidly moving away from a person or rapidly moving towards that person. Basically, it's rapid movement in a certain direction. We are going to see your tarot cards and Romance Angel cards to find out which direction you are moving in. This is the time for a decision. You are standing at a crossroads. So make sure that you weigh both your mind and your heart in this decision. Okay. So we will now move to the White Sage Tarot deck for your random tarot message. Shuffle this somewhat. So your random card, my Cancerians, is Temperance. Beautiful. So I think you want to either work things out with a person from your past, or you're trying to be patient as you make that decision. This could go both ways because this is a general read, and it is not going to apply to the same answer is not going to apply to everyone. So please make sure you apply it as it resonates. You know your situation best. So the decision is either to have a reconciliation with a person or not, or the decision is to either take action or be more patient. The universe is asking you to be more patient and to find a middle ground. If you're trying to reconcile with someone, make sure that you find a middle ground. The angels, the divine, the guides are all supporting you in this decision. With the Temperance card, you could be dealing with the Sagittarius, and also with the Temperance card, make sure that you pray to the divine for help, because help is very close to you right now. So let me draw the final guidance message for my Cancerians from the Romance Angels. Okay, calling in your soulmate. I was just talking about praying to the divine, because this card says your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So I think some of you are probably feeling lonely and praying to the divine for support, for meeting the right person, for meeting a partner who respects you. You could either have Sagittarius placements in your chart, or you could be dealing with a Sagittarius. Okay, so please pray to the divine, do some visualization exercises, say some affirmations. You can DM me or you can Google to find out, self-love and healing affirmations for your heart chakra. It would be very good if you wear, green stones like this Amazonite that I'm wearing here, or like a peridot, or like green jade. So this is the great time to nurture your heart space, to remove the blocks on your heart chakra, and to pray to the divine. Because with the Temperance card and this, what more sort of validation do you need from the universe that your prayers are being heard? Okay. This was such a heartwarming reading for my Cancerians. I would now be moving to the sign of Leo. So first of all, I would be shuffling the Art of Love Tarot deck for a Major Arcana card for my Leos, to find out what the next theme in your romantic love life would be. Okay, let's see. Okay, Leos, your card is the Awakening Emergence. This is the 20th Major Arcana, or the Judgment card. You could be dealing with a Scorpio or someone with heavy Scorpio in their charts. So this either calls for your personal awakening on your romantic journey, or this calls for a reconciliation. We will draw your tarot card and your Doreen Virtue Romance Angel cards to see what further messages we get about your situation. Okay, now I'm going to shuffle the tarot deck. This is for my Leos in between the period of February 14th and March 7th. We need to see whether this person is a past person, or it's Leo's personal awakening and they're realizing that they need to let go of the past and move on towards someone new and better. So basically, this is the judgment call from the universe. This is the time when you really must decide, okay, whether you choose to continue your past patterns or you choose to evolve and enter better relationships. Okay, the High Priestess, beautiful card. This is also Major Arcana. So I think whatever is about to happen in between this period is going to be very decisive for you, and it is divinely orchestrated. This is some major energy. You need to use your intuition about this person, because if you only look at the facts, something might be hidden from you. That is why the universe is encouraging you to use your third eye, your sixth sense, or your intuition, however you want to call it. Connect with your divine guidance, with your guides, with your ancestors, and find out what is the best way to go for you. Some of you might be about to enter a very important relationship with an important soulmate. You could have several past lives together, and you could have some kind of soul contract that you need to fulfill in this lifetime. This person could be extra significant on your path. So I will now draw the guidance message from Romance Angels. Let's see what is your guidance for your romantic love life, for your romantic life between these 3 weeks. These cards are a bit bigger for my hands, but I'm trying my best to shuffle. Cards are jumping for Leo, my God. Calm down, Leos. It's all going to be okay. Relax. Okay, one card flipped. Okay, actually two just flipped. So I'm going to take both. Look at this. Such a clear message. Release your ex and love yourself first. Release your ex says the time has come to clear your energy, and love yourself first says your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So now we know why Judgment card was coming for you as a major arcana theme, because this is your wake-up call, Leo. Please don't invest in relationships that are not bearing fruit, that are unbalanced, in which the person is not treating you right. Please let go of such relationships. Use your intuition, call your guides, pray to the divine, and I know that the right relationship is just around the corner for you with this Judgment card. So this is the decision-making time. Use your intuition to release your ex. Okay? Good luck on the journey of self-love, Leos, because I know this is not easy. It's not easy to love oneself when we have been broken down and shattered. Maybe more than just once or twice, you know. Okay. Now I'm moving on to my beautiful Virgos. I'm going to shuffle the cards. It's getting darker outside. So I hope that it's the message is still loud and clear for all of you. I'm going to draw the major arcana card for my Virgos. The card says, wow, the ego collapse. This is the 16th major arcana, which is the Tower card. So we have to clarify this before I say anything. Some kind of breakdown is taking place in your life, or you might be pleasantly surprised. Either way, I need to find out. You could be dealing with a Martian person in your life, like an Aries or a Scorpio. So I'm going to draw the tarot card now for my beautiful Virgos to get clarity on what this Tower moment is. Either something is breaking down, or someone is entering your life out of nowhere and sweeping you off your feet. Okay, let's see. Okay, then that's your own card. The Hermit. That signifies your own energy in the tarot. So basically you are in your element and you need to do some heavy soul searching. Okay, sorry, this child is going crazy outside. Basically you need to do some heavy soul searching around a key development in your life or a past issue that has been simmering in your subconscious for a while. With the Hermit card, it is best to do some reflection, do some inner work, maybe some shadow work as well, because it's a Tower moment that you're dealing with. And also to focus on your healing before you even get into a relationship with anyone, or before you maybe reconcile if an offer for reconciliation is being made. This is not the time to take action. This is the time to reflect on why that Tower moment occurred and what you need to do about it. Okay? Let me now draw your final guidance message from the Romance Angels to see what the universe is guiding you towards in the coming 3 weeks. Oh my God, your energy is also kind of out of whack. Wow, same message as Leo. Maybe some of you are dealing with a Leo. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So no wonder we got the Hermit card, and no wonder we got the Tower card. These are all linked. There has been a Tower moment in your life, and you need to love yourself and heal yourself first before you even think about reconciling with someone. Okay? So this is not an easy decision, but you are being encouraged by the universe to take some time out and reflect and do some shadow work. Okay, Virgos? We are now going to move to the sign of Libra. Let me have a sip from my coffee. Okay. Libras, we are going to do your shuffling for major arcana to see your next major breakthrough or next major development. Okay, then the shadow, fear. This is a Devil card. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, You might have heavy Capricorn placements, or the person has heavy Capricorn placements. Okay, this is asking you to let go of an addiction or an obsession or some kind of toxicity in your personal relationships. Maybe it's a fear-based connection, maybe it's a trauma bond, maybe it is some kind of addiction that is not healthy, or maybe a third party is involved in this situation that is keeping the dynamics unhealthy between you two. Okay, either way, a lot of work and healing is needed to sort of release this pattern in your relationships. Okay, I'm now going to draw the tarot deck, the tarot card, as your overall guidance. Oh my god, I'm just surprised. The devil, clarified by the devil. This is some heavy toxicity, Libra. Please watch out. This relationship is not healthy, or some dynamic in your relationship is not healthy. You need to release the addiction, the toxicity, the negativity. Forgiveness needs to take place. Acceptance and surrender need to take place. And you need to walk away from anything that is so toxic and unhealthy. I want to draw one more card for you. See, walk away. 8 of Cups. Walk away from anything that is so unhealthy. Okay, please. That's my special advice for you. I will now draw the Romance Angel card. So on the back of the deck was 9 of Swords. So maybe you're having sleepless nights over this, and maybe it's giving you worry and anxiety. This is time that you release yourself from the shackles of the devil, whatever the devil is, or whichever dynamic the devil is in your relationship. Okay, 2 just fell out. Seriously, just fell out. Healing family issues and calling in your soulmate. So your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So maybe either you or your person has not forgiven something that happened in their childhood. Maybe they're hurt over this, and this is creating some toxic patterns in their relationship with you. Maybe this applies to you, or maybe you both have a family, and there is some kind of toxicity in that family life which is suffering because of some third factor, third person, third party. Maybe someone is a workaholic, or maybe someone has addictions, or maybe someone is just kind of obsessed over something that happened in the past. Okay, so, and then your second card is calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations and visualizations help bring you together. If you're married to this person, or if you want to walk away, either way, only prayer can help you. Okay, please reach out to the divine, and please walk away from anything that is not serving your highest good. And also, I just want to say, this does not apply to all Libras. Make sure that because this is a general read. If you're happily settled in your relationship, please, this reading does not apply to you. Do not get triggered by it. Okay, I want to burn some incense because I already feel that the energy has been affected because of this recent Libra reading. I just want to burn some incense and clear the aura of the place. Okay, now we can move on to Scorpio. Okay, let me put the cards back. I'm really sorry, Libra. Both you and Aries, you are opposite signs, and sometimes similar dynamics are playing in your lives. You are having a hard time in your romantic love life, and to whoever this applies to, please do not make a sweeping generalization out of this reading if it doesn't apply to you. Okay, so let me now draw the card for Scorpio. I'm going to shuffle them randomly and draw one card at random. Okay, the card for Scorpio is the Turn Around Revolution. This is the Hanged Man in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck. It probably signifies Pisces energy, or since we're about to enter the Pisces season, that season might be extra significant for you. So either you have had a shift of perspective about your romantic love life, or someone you're dealing with has shifted his or her perspective. They are now able to look at things differently, and this is hopefully going to improve your dynamics with them, because this person has been enlightened now. This is also the card of spirituality. So maybe you're kind of looking at taking a bigger picture view or taking a spiritual view of your relationship with this person. I'm now going to draw the random tarot guidance for you. Okay, so your card is the Four of Swords. So I think you have not been talking to this person. There is some kind of break going on in between the two of you. This is the person that you are not talking to. And on the back of the deck is the King of Cups. So this person could have heavy placement of water in their chart, like Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or it's probably talking to your own energy. This is the time to evaluate whether the relationship is making you feel good emotionally, spiritually, mentally, or whether it's the time to walk away. This is the time to shift your perspective about this relationship and to allow healing to occur, even if that means a breakdown in communication. Some of you might have to work on your sleep patterns. Maybe you're not sleeping well, and that is also affecting your emotional health and relationships. So let me draw the final guidance card, the Romance Angel card for you guys. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So this King of Cups, or the Piscean energy, is the romantic partner that could be very significant for you. Maybe first of all, with the Four of Swords, you need to allow healing to take place. Heal yourself from the past. Where's the Four of Swords card? Yeah. Allow emotional healing to take place with the King of Cups and Four of Swords energy. And then move into this relationship concerning Pisces, or somebody with heavy Pisces placements in their charts. I think this upcoming Pisces season would be extra potent and extra significant for your love life. I think the person you've met, or the person that who's coming into your love life next, would be the person you will end up with. So it is best to heal yourself first with the Four of Swords and the King of Cups, to shift your perspective about your past romantic failures, to heal from it, to allow enlightenment and spirituality to take the front seat when you make your love-based decisions, and then get ready for a long-term partner to enter your life. Good luck, my Scorpios. This is a great reading, although this might take some inner work to come about this. Okay, let me see if I can increase the light around me. If I cannot, then I'm sorry about it. Okay, I think I can. I hope it makes it slightly better. It's kind of getting dark here now. So we would now move to Sagittarius energy. I will draw one major arcana card for my Sagittarians to see the next development in their romantic love life. Wow. You got the same card as a Scorpio. So you might be dealing with a Scorpio, or somebody with Scorpio placements in their birth chart. Or this person could be a Pisces. Similar message applies to you, that your perspective needs to shift around a relationship in your life. You need to get more spiritual about it. You need to get more take a bigger picture view of it, and you need to get more enlightened about it. Maybe discuss this with your guides and your ancestors, or whoever guides you in spiritual matters, but your perspective needs to shift. Okay, so this could even involve a stuck or stagnant situation in your life. Okay, now let me draw a tarot card at random. Okay, Seven of Swords. Wow, some heavy energy, guys. So you have been in denial, hiding your feelings from someone, or suppressing your emotions, or not being honest about something. This applies to you or to your partner. Maybe this person is hiding something from you, in denial, or suppressing their emotions. Either way, more honesty and truthfulness needs to enter this relationship. If it's at your end, please open up about your needs and your feelings. And if it's about the other person, please pray to the universe for divine help to encourage that person to open up. Some kind of shift of perspective needs to take place before the stuck, stagnant energy can be removed from your life. Okay? And I think this calls for greater communication and honesty, because this minor arcana is from the swords suit. You could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, and this calls for greater communication and truthfulness. Let me now see the romance angel guidance message. Very soon. Again, I think this card came out for Taurus, if I'm not mistaken. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So maybe you need to have an open, honest, heartfelt communication with this Pisces person or this air sign in your life, or maybe it's just an energy. The signs may or may not apply, but you need to have an honest, clear-cut communication with this person to talk about your feelings, talk about your needs, and to see if the relationship can be improved. Pray to the divine for a shift in perspective at your end or at the end of the person you're dealing with. Okay? Good luck, Sagittarius. We would now be moving to Capricorn. I will be shuffling the major arcana cards to see the next development in Capricorn's romantic love life. Romantic life. I wonder why I keep saying romantic love life. Okay. For the coming 3 weeks. Okay, the Empress. Beautiful card. This also came out for Gemini. So Capricorns, you need to love yourself first. You need to take care of your needs. You need to nurture yourself. If you're single, if you are with someone, then the relationship is abundant, it's fertile, but you still need to make sure that your healing agenda is on the forefront. Do not compromise your needs for someone. The situation is quite abundant. You could be dealing with a Taurus, a Libra, or even a Gemini, since this card came out for them. Okay? And this could even be the mother of your children, or you could be dealing with someone who's already a mother. You could be a mother, or some kind of pregnancy could be on the cards for someone, for some of you. Okay, so either way, the relationship is abundant, and if you're single, please focus on self-love. Okay, let me now draw the tarot card to go with this message. Wow, 10 of Swords. So you could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. I think something has ended in your life or is going to end between February 14th and March 6th. So this is the time to really nurture yourself, focus on yourself, love yourself, and to please not enter into a relationship when you're feeling betrayed, when you're feeling backstabbed, and you're feeling extremely hurt and in pain. Okay? So let me now move to the Romance Angels for your final guidance message. Okay, this wanted to come out. Wow. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. I think the message is quite potent, quite significant. With the 10 of Swords and release your ex, it is time to end your communication and your relationship with someone and to love yourself. Okay, Capricorns? I wish you good luck on your healing journey, and I'm sorry for this message, but I think the universe does not ask us to release someone if that person is still in our highest good. Most likely the relationship has run its course, and it is time to set yourself free and to focus on healing yourself. Okay, we will now move on to Aquarius, which is the second last sign. Okay, let me draw a major arcana card for my Aquarians. See what the next development in your love life is. Wow, the beginning, Fool card. You could be dealing with an Aries. This is like raw, passionate energy, and you are being encouraged to take a leap of faith, to take a risk, either in a new direction or to Let go of all your past baggage that is stopping you in your romantic life, okay? That is stopping you in your relationships, that is becoming a hindrance in your relationships. This is time for a fresh start and a new beginning, okay? That's a beautiful major arcana, and you are the only signs so far in the 12 signs to get this message, okay? Let me now, okay, the card wanted to pop out on its own, the High Priestess. This is encouraging you to use your intuition. Again, a major arcana, and paired with the Fool card, your cards are somehow jumping out, and this is like a message from the universe to focus on your intuition and to let go of baggage, including people, situations that are not serving you, to lighten your load, to release everything that is weighing you down, and to have a fresh start either on your own or with someone new, okay? You are being encouraged to use your intuition. I want to draw one more card for my Aquarians, since this one literally popped out. Wow. Ace of Pentacles. That's a solid new beginning with someone new, preferably most likely an earth sign like Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So you are releasing your baggage, and you are moving forward for a fresh start with someone either from an earth sign, or it could be anyone else. It could even be a Pisces. This could even be a new fresh start in your career. I normally haven't been covering career, but since it's a pentacle, this could even mean a new job for some of you, okay? This is the time to cut your losses and to shed the baggage from the past. Let me draw your final guidance message from the Romance Angels. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So Aquarians, I think this paired with this and paired with the Ace of Pentacles, this seems like a newer person that you're developing romantic feelings for. And if it is someone from the past, then the baggage needs to be shed between you two. Forgiveness needs to take place, and you need to start from page 1, literally from ground zero with this person, and not mention or talk about the past again, okay? So make sure that if this is someone you have already been dealing with, you are ready for a fresh start with the same person. Pisces folks, you are my last sign, and let me shuffle the cards to see your overall major arcana for the next theme in your love life. My room is now full of these fragrances, the flowers, the roses. This reading has been so much fun for me. I hope you guys have enjoyed it too. Sorry, it's a bit on the longer side, but I had to cover so much, and this is going to apply for coming 3 weeks, hence the duration. So Pisces folks, your major arcana guidance from the Art of Love tarot deck is the Awakening, Emergence. So again, the Judgment card. This did come out for another sign. I think it was for Virgo. Maybe you guys are dealing with a Virgo, but I can't recall exactly, but my guess is that it came out for Virgo. So, or you could be dealing with a Scorpio, okay? So this is a wake-up call from the universe. Either someone is coming back from your past to ask for your forgiveness and to have a fresh new beginning with you, or this is a wake-up call from the universe to let go of your past and to have a new beginning with someone else. Either way, it is time to be spiritually awakened in your romantic life, to understand the dynamics that are taking place. This is a crossroads. It's a decision-making point. So right now there are black and white areas, no gray areas. You need to decide and choose one course of action and then just abandon the other one completely, okay? So you're at a crossroads. Let me draw your tarot deck to go with the Judgment card to see whether it's a reconciliation, someone new, or maybe just a wake-up call from the universe. Seven of Swords. So this card came out for Sagittarius as well. Seven of Swords and Judgment paired together means that this is the time to get honest, truthful, and open about what's happening in your relationship. If you are hiding something from your partner, the universe will make sure that it gets exposed, or if your partner is hiding something from you, it is not going to stay hidden anymore. Look at this third eye. So it is time to use your intuition as well, and it is time for things to come to light, for the universe to step in and shed light on whatever the hidden dynamics are in your partnership. So please be honest, please be truthful, and please encourage the same things in your partner. Okay, now I'm going to draw a final guidance message from the romance angels before I close this reading. Okay, true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. So for an existing situation, I think once you open up, maybe some of you are hiding your feelings now when I think about it. Maybe you need to get honest about your feelings for someone, because this person has true and romantic feelings for you. And as I'm saying this, my camera says 010101. So, you know, this is extra affirmation from the universe, that be honest about your feelings. This person also has similar feelings for you, and stop running from them. Stop being in denial. So either this is someone you're already dealing with, or it's a newer person. Either way, you both need to open up about your feelings, put them on the table, and the universe is guiding you, because this is a wake-up call. If you don't speak up now, then either you or the other person will end up having regrets later on, and we don't want any regrets in our love life. Okay, Pisces, I hope that you get the strength and the courage to open up about your feelings, or the other person gets the strength and the courage to open up. With this, my folks, I give you my best wishes for the period between February 14th and March 7th. I will try and see if I can upload next week. If I don't, please take care of yourselves. DM me for comments, and I always love your likes, your subscriptions, and your comments, both on YouTube as well as Instagram. So thank you for watching this video. Thank you for letting me do it for you. Take care of yourself. Bye.